What would you do if the only family you'd ever known called you a horrible mother for taking a 5-minute break? In today's story, a young mom of triplets finds herself completely isolated, but her next move is a masterclass in finding vindication. I'm 20 years old, and I'm a mother to 2-month-old triplets. I never, ever expected to have triplets. When I first found out I was pregnant, it was the last thing on my mind. My life has been completely turned upside down. I'm home with my babies all day long, every day, and even had to transfer my entire education online to keep up. Sometimes, I just need some fresh air, especially when I can't get them to stop crying and I find myself getting so frustrated that I start crying, too. It's honestly so hard, and the dad, my fiancé Liam, isn't here to help during the day. He's either at work or at his own classes. Liam's parents were kind enough to rent us a main-floor apartment, so when I need a moment, I step outside. I'm literally just sitting on a chair right beside the front door. I have a baby monitor set up in their room with a camera, so I can see and hear them perfectly. If anything happened, I'd be back inside in a second. Being able to step outside for a few minutes to take a breather is critically important for me. When I can't get them to stop crying, I start to feel overwhelmed, and these mini panic attacks creep in. Going outside is my chance to calm down and reset. A few days ago, Liam came home and found me. I was sitting outside on the chair, listening to the monitor, while the babies were crying inside. He absolutely freaked out. He started calling me a horrible mom and a string of other names that I don't even want to repeat here. He thinks I was being incredibly neglectful and putting our babies in harm's way. Liam, exhausted from his own day, reacted with anger, completely unaware that his harsh judgment was about to be challenged by thousands of strangers, forcing him to confront a difficult truth about himself. He didn't stop there. He told his parents what happened, and now all of them seem to be really against me. This is what breaks my heart the most. I grew up in the foster system, so Liam's family is the only real family I have ever known. The thought that they are so upset with me is devastating, but deep down, I really don't think I was doing anything wrong or putting my babies in danger, even though they seem to think otherwise. So I came here, wondering if I should apologize, or if I'm the one who is in the wrong. The response was immediate and overwhelming. One person, a nurse, shared the exact advice she gives new parents. She wrote, "When I had my baby, the nurses told me repetitively that if the baby has been fed, has a clean diaper, and isn't sick, it is okay to go outside for a few minutes to recollect myself if I'm getting stressed." Their exact words were, "A crying baby isn't a live baby." She said that advice was so important because it's better for a parent to get a breather than for them to get frustrated and potentially hurt their child. Another commenter pointed out the hard truth: what you're doing is preventing shaken baby syndrome. When the caregiver is overwhelmed, you need to step away for a few minutes to collect yourself and breathe. Armed with this validation, I decided to show my fiancé the thread. At first, he was just angry that I had shared our personal problems with strangers online, even though it was anonymous, but I asked him to just read it. He stood there in the living room, his face tense as he scrolled through the comments on my phone. I watched as his expression slowly changed. The defensiveness in his posture softened, his shoulders slumped, and the anger in his eyes was replaced by a look of dawning comprehension. He was quiet for a long time. When he finally looked up, his voice was thick with emotion. He apologized. He admitted he had never considered my perspective and promised me he would be more involved with the parenting. He even said he was willing to go to parenting classes with me, a promise I will absolutely hold him to. It turns out, the experts agree with the internet strangers. One comment even linked to the Mayo Clinic, which states that if you've attended to all the baby's immediate needs, it's okay to let your baby cry for a bit while you take a break. It won't cause them long-term harm, and it can prevent a frustrated parent from making a terrible mistake. I just want to thank everyone who gave me support. It brought tears to my eyes, happy tears, to see how supportive strangers on the internet could be. I don't think I've ever received that much support in my entire life. This story is a powerful reminder that taking a moment to breathe isn't a sign of weakness or neglect, but a vital act of responsible parenting. It teaches us that true partnership means offering support, not judgment, especially when life gets overwhelming. Have you ever been in a situation where you were judged for taking care of your own mental health? Let us know in the comments below.